Life can be stressful, and one of the things that adds to that stress is not being organized. When you don't have your house in order, as they say, it adds to brain clutter and you become so stressed and it builds anxiety. Today, I'm going to share some tips on what I do to help me organize my life and make things a lot smoother. We all have daily tasks or weekly tasks, things that we have to do to run our lives, right? To take care of business, to take care of home business, to take care of our families and so forth. And these are some things that I do that just makes it a lot easier. The first thing I ask myself is, what does my week look like? And I literally plan that out. Now, I don't mean a verbatim every single thing step by step, but I do like a outline of my week, right? When you do an outline, you're not writing out everything, but you're noting key things that you have to do, key tasks that need to be taken care of. You have doctor's appointments, meetings, grocery shopping, cleaning your house, and so forth, important errands, household things. Those are things that you don't want to leave to chance and hope that you remember. And so, what I do is the following: I task manage. Task managing is very important. And how I do that is sticky notes are good, yes, but I do even more. We all have our phones, right? We have smartphones and they are our lifelines most of the time. And what I do is I set alarms for appointments, for meetings, very important errands that I need to run. And I'm going to put like a shot of my phone in what it looks like. These alarms will go off. And they're not irritating to me because it's like, a reminder about an hour or two ahead of time that I have to leave for this, or I need to make this phone call, I need to do this or that, right? Calendars, I have, um, your planners and so forth. And that's really helpful as well. If you're someone that likes a planner, use that daily, weekly. You write out those tasks, what time, and you have it on your desk. And that keeps you organized because you are looking forward to that particular task to be taken care of or that appointment. You won't forget. And when you forget things, for me at least, it adds so much stress because then I have to make up for that. I have to backtrack. I have to start over with that appointment because I forgot it. That's really can be irresponsible as well. And so you want to keep a handle on that. Also, things that I see that are very helpful and I do myself, especially as a content creator, because it helps me to not forget. There are bulletin boards. Moms and in offices, they have bulletin boards, you have schedules, and you put the daily things that are very important, reminders, helps you keep track of your children's after school activities or your daily activity, your daily tasks. Bulletin boards are really helpful. They can help with meal planning and so forth. So I suggest having a bulletin board. It can be kind of small, something that fits in your laundry room or your kitchen even. That will be very helpful, I promise. So as you went about your week and you stuck to tasks and you are feeling so proud of yourself, you feel organized and energized, and you're ready to go and you keep going because everything is being taken care of, right? But at the end of that week, what do you do when you've completed all of these things? What I do is kind of like a brain reset, end of week reset. And what that is I'll go back and look at the tasks that I had for the week. There may be things that I didn't get accomplished. So when I look at that, when I go back, I ask myself, what didn't get done? And I notice something. Okay, so what can I do better to make sure this gets done for the next week or for the next month? Because I let things get in the way and I didn't take care of those tasks. I don't know about you, but when I miss something, it makes me feel so overwhelmed. And then I feel like I have to double up, and that adds so much anxiety and stress on your shoulders, but it doesn't have to. You're only human, and things happen. Things that we weren't expecting happen, and so we can't take care of a certain task or certain thing, right? No harm, no foul. You can reschedule, but make sure you put that on your board, on your planner, and so forth, so that you don't forget it altogether, because that is when it just gets doubly bad. So choose one area at a time that you may have forgotten or may not have taken care of or completed. One task at a time. You don't have to grab all of them and say, let me do this, because that's going to add even more stress. So one at a time, take care of that thing, focus on that, and then before you know it, you've taken care of it. These are things that I do. I'm not just talking and giving you suggestions. These things work for me. I'm very organized and probably to a fault, but that's what makes me happy and I enjoy it because my life is in chaos. And when you get these things done, and it's the end of your week, you can relax. You need to relax, reset, and not really think about next week. Let next week take care of itself. You start thinking about those things, Sunday night or Monday morning when the week starts again. And this is what I do: organize and keep myself stress free. And also, when you're super stressed out, it can cause problems to your body. It can add wrinkles. And ladies, we don't want extra wrinkles, unnecessary wrinkles, because it will, you will see it all over your face that you're overwhelmed and you'll have headaches and things like that. Life is not always easy, but it can be easier. And there are things we can do to make our lives easier just by organizing. I want to thank you all for joining me today for these few minutes. I felt like this was important because it seems like life is getting busier and busier. And I know that I search, what can I do to make my life more organized? What can I do to organize this and that? And so I wanted to just share some tips today, and I hope they were very helpful for you. And wherever you are in the world, please make sure that you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.